everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to either a reading vlog or a bookish vlog. I don't know what this video is going to be yet, but I am in the mood to read right now. I don't have too many books left on my March TBR, but I don't know what kind of mood I'm in right now. I'll show you the two books on my March TBR that I really want to get to before the end of March. They're very different vibes, very different genres, and I don't know what kind of mood I'm in. So our first option is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Aru, and this is a debut novel, I believe, and it's a celestial fantasy romance, and I've heard nothing but fantastic things about this book. My other book option, completely different, it is And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini. I've read two books by this author. I recently read The Kite Runner. Broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart. And I also read A Thousand Splendid Suns, and that also absolutely broke my heart. So you can only imagine that this book is potentially going to do the same thing. I don't think this book is as devastating as the other two books. This one seems so sweet. It's basically about like the love and bond between this sister and this brother, and it says 10-year-old Abdullah would do anything for his younger sister. In a life of poverty and struggle with no mother to care for them, Pari is the only person who brings Abdullah happiness, and so that's his little sister. It says for her he would give his only pair of shoes to give her a feather for her treasured collection. So she obviously collects feathers. And then the dad sets off with Pari, who's the younger sister, across the desert in Kabul in search of work. Abdullah is determined to not be separated from her. Neither brother nor sister know what this fateful journey will bring them. It does seem like it's sad. His books always are a bit sad, but this one I feel like I'm hoping is not going to be as sad. Just love this man's writing, like his storytelling. The chokehold it has on me, like when I'm reading his books, I am so immersed in the story and the way I get so attached to his characters, and I really like that sort of immersive reading experience I get from him. But at the same time, I could also do like a fantasy romance. Do you see what I mean? Like I'm in the mood for both of these and they're both such different vibes. I don't know, you guys. I might read both of these in this vlog. Maybe I will make it a reading vlog, but I do think I am going to start off with And the Mountains Echoed, and I think I might tab it. I don't know, because I also think I might be listening to like half of it on audiobook, which means I can't tab it. Who knows? I'm overcomplicating this. Either way, I just got myself an iced coffee. I went for a walk. I also picked up a new record for our collection. This is Oasis, and this is the album that has one of my husband's favorite songs. It's called Songbird. And it's funny because one of my favorite songs is also called Songbird, but by Fleetwood Mac, and he loves Songbird by Oasis. And I think we talked about it like in the first week we met. He was like, oh, I love the song Songbird, and I was like, me too, but we were talking about different songbirds, but I love his one as well. Anyways, that's a new album I got. I also got a new one recently, and we got this new record. We got a record player a while ago and we were collecting them, and then we sort of just like stopped doing it for a while because they're quite expensive, but I do want to get back into collecting them because it's just so fun. Like I would like to have a big collection hopefully by the time I have children, and yeah, just get them into music. But anyways, I'm gonna sit down, crack into one of those books. I think I want And the Mountains Echoed. This is a very milky iced coffee. I asked for a single shot because sometimes if I have like a strong coffee late in the afternoon, it will ruin my sleep, but it's still delicious. That was one of the best first chapters I've ever read. It was basically the dad telling them like a story to help them go to sleep. But the story that he told, the lessons in that story, like this man's writing, I cannot. Ugh. His books just make you think, his books make you feel. Like easily a new favorite author. Again, I'm only one chapter in, but the way I was so engrossed reading that, I was like, so good. Hello everyone, how are we? So I'm currently in a hotel, not really like a hotel, more of like a service apartment, because my partner had to travel for work and I was able to come with him, which is really nice. So I'm going to be working from the hotel for the next couple of days. Currently Wednesday afternoon, it's like 5:30 p.m. We just got here. I thought I would give you guys a reading update on And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini. I am on page 128 and I am loving this book. Like, potentially a 5-star read, most likely will be, to be quite honest. I just cannot stress this enough. Like, this man's writing and his storytelling and the way he's able to pull you in to these people's lives, and the way I'm so connected to these characters. Like, to me, these are real people and I am living their life when I read these books. Like, I am with them. This book is definitely not as popular as The Kite Runner or A Thousand Splendid Suns, but I am loving it. If you liked Beartown by Frederick Backman and you enjoy that storytelling where you get multiple perspectives, you're getting perspectives from all the different people, from different backgrounds, different ages, different family members, etc., etc., and you really get like that insight into their psyche, and everything just weaves together so perfectly, and you're like, oh my god, how is he writing like this? This is very similar. So although it's a very different story to Beartown, it follows a relatively similar formula. So if that's something that you really loved and you loved that book, which I did, I gave it 5 stars, I think you would absolutely love this book. It is so phenomenal. Like, it's so good. Definitely emotional though. It's that kind of emotional where, similar to Beartown, it's almost like a dull pain. Do you know what I mean? It's not the kind of pain where I feel like I've had my heart ripped out, although at some points I did feel like that. But I don't want to tell you this and like think that it's like a really sad story, because even though there are a lot of sad parts to it, it's so beautifully written. It's such a beautiful book, and wow, yeah, it's just one of those books where, like, as I'm reading it, I'm just so aware of how phenomenal this book is and how good the writing is, and yeah, like I said, just how good his storytelling is. But yeah, anyways, I am gonna do some more reading and hopefully get halfway through the book. I think the book is like 450 pages, so I'm just here. Something just happened, like this big sort of reveal, and oh, I feel quite emotional. Like, that was very beautiful and I didn't see it coming. I love this book. I really do. Wow, I am so back. Like, I was in a reading slump a month ago and I barely had any 5 stars, and just recently I had a 5-star read. I had a 4.5 to a 4.75 read, and I'm hoping and suspecting that this is also going to be a 5-star read. Which means that my last 3 reads, well, 2 of them are 5-star and 1 of them is an almost 5-star. That's crazy. I need to keep this momentum up. Is it because I'm also really getting back into the swing of reading and like falling back in love with it? Not that I fell out of love with it, but I sort of went through like maybe like a month where I wasn't reading too much and I just wasn't really landing books that I was loving. And I just feel like I'm getting so lucky right now. Like, I'm just picking up books that I'm loving. Hello everyone. I'm just about to make a cup of tea because, how cute is this kettle, by the way? It's tiny. Because I need some caffeine. I'm so tired. I've just finished work for the day. Oh! And I really want to read, but I'm so tired, but it's too late for a coffee. So I thought I'll have like a black tea because that still has some caffeine in it, but like not as much as a coffee. And yeah, I'll sit down and do some reading. I am almost halfway through And the Mountains Echoed. I'm on page 209, and I can't even begin to explain how much I'm loving this book. Each chapter, like the chapters are quite long, like 50 pages or so, and each chapter follows a different family member or someone somehow connected to the story, and it spans generations. So the last chapter I was in, it follows someone from like a newer generation, and they now live in America and they've gone back to visit Afghanistan. And it's just hard to explain, but this book is honestly phenomenal. Like the way it weaves all the storylines together, like I can't. It's so good, so heartfelt, so emotional in so many scenes, or like in the way he writes the story. I'm like, 1 second, let's just fill this up with water. We got DoorDash and I got a salad and a smoothie because I've been eating so unhealthy the last few days. Like pizza and croissants and brownies and just like lots of takeaway food and lots of unhealthy food. And my body was crying out for a smoothie. Look how cute this is. This is a blue spirulina smoothie. And I got a Thai chicken salad, I think. It looks really good. Oh no, I got a Vietnamese salad. It's got like vermicelli, cashews, there's chicken, sauce in here, just a nice big salad. And a smoothie. Should I have my tea now? Probably not. Good morning, everyone. I need a coffee desperately. I just woke up and I just put a tiny bit of makeup on just to make myself look a bit more presentable because I had such a bad sleep and my eye bags were bagging, let me tell you. I start work in an hour, so I'm gonna go for a little walk and go get myself a coffee because the hotel we're staying at is like right by the beach and I feel like I need to go get a coffee, see some birds, see the ocean, live life. So I'm gonna go do that, and then when I come back I'll do work, and then when it's my lunch break I think I'll take my Kindle with me and we'll go sit by the beach and do some reading. I really want to read Heavenly Bodies today just because I don't have it in me to be like soul crushed like in the Khaled Hosseini book. I am loving that book, by the way, do not get me wrong, it's definitely going to be a 5-star, but just right now I'm in the mood for something a little bit lighter in context. So yeah, anyways, we'll go get coffee, and yeah, I do also need to get dressed because I am still in my pajamas, so we'll go put some like active clothes on. And every night Hello guys, so I've just finished work for the day. It is currently 4:45 and I popped down the road to this ice cream shop because I knew they also sold coffee and chai lattes and stuff like that, and I got myself an oat chai latte. I made it really nice. I like when it's not overly sweet, like it has a bit of spice in it, but I don't like a spicy chai latte. Like I want it 80% sweet but then 20% a bit more spice, you know? So Heavenly Bodies, I actually did not start this book like I said I would. I had full intentions to like go down to the beach and read my book, but I started walking and there's a beautiful sort of walkway and I just walked my entire lunch break because I was really in the mood to like move my body, so I didn't sit down to read. So I haven't read anything today. I thought we could do some reading of Heavenly Bodies. I do think I want to tab this book because I've heard just such good things about the writing. I love that my rings and my nails really match this book. Like the gold of my rings but then like the blue of my nails. Like, doesn't it look so good? Good morning everyone, I am back home now, which is really nice. I've missed the comfort of my home and I've got a couple of reading updates for you guys. So as for And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini, we are up to page 273, and then as for Heavenly Bodies, I am now up to chapter 17, which is page 137, and I am loving this book. I am absolutely loving it. If you don't know, this is a celestial fantasy romance. So if you're someone who's into stars or astrology or just anything celestial in that regard, you'll really love this book. Like, it's definitely a very unique sort of fantasy romance setting in terms of like the character dynamics and like how the story is going. It does follow a very similar fantasy romance theme, if you know what I mean. The main girl gets taken from her kingdom into like an enemy kingdom. Basically her kingdom hates that kingdom, their kingdom hates her kingdom, but they need her to help them with something. And so, you know, very similar fantasy romance kind of thing. And her and the prince, it seems like he's going to be the love interest. Obviously start off as enemies, just like any sort of fantasy romance. So it definitely follows that formula. However, if we're talking about the setting and like the visuals that I'm getting while I'm reading this book, so good. So good. There was like this scene where she was just like in this bathtub and she was looking up and it was like painted dark, like a really dark navy, and it had constellations all over it. And I just love the astrology kind of woven into this book. It's so cool. So I'm loving that aspect of the book, and it's so fast paced. It's very fun. Just make my morning coffee and then we will do some reading. I do feel like reading this book this morning, so yeah, let's play some music and make some coffee. I definitely need the caffeine. So I forgot to mention something really cool about this book. Our main girl, she is a dream walker. So essentially she can like walk into people's dreams. She doesn't really choose whose dream she's walking in. She just goes to bed and then she's in someone else's dream. And it's a really cool aspect to this book. Basically what's happening and the kind of premise of this book is, can love overcome fate? So there was a prophecy when she was born that she and the star of war, and which star is it? Yeah, so there was a prophecy when she was born that she will fall in love with a star, and it's the star of war and wrath, which is Aries. And basically how it works is the star is just basically the god of each like zodiac sign essentially. And so basically how it works is that each star is essentially like the god of each realm or each like zodiac. And the prophecy says that she'll fall in love with a star and it will kill them both her and the star. And that's her fate. But it definitely seems like, not really, her and the prince that she's just met, they are still very much enemies, but it seems like they're probably gonna fall in love. And I'm assuming it's like, you know, can their love overcome the fate? That's the vibe I'm getting so far. I'm really enjoying the unique aspects of it. It just definitely has something newer and fresher to offer to the fantasy romance scene, and that makes me so happy. Hi everyone. So I've only read 50 pages since I last spoke to you this morning. So I'm now on chapter 23, which is page 175, and I am loving this book. I'm so happy that I'm loving this book because it's definitely getting like blown up and very hyped up right now. And I was like, I had a feeling I was gonna like it just based off the back of it, but I am loving it. Something that I also love about this book, and it's something that I always enjoy with most books, especially fantasy romance, and I don't know if this is the majority or if I'm in the minority here. I always prefer books through a third person perspective. Like, I just love it so much more than reading it in first person. I don't know why, I just prefer books where it's like, Alara did this and then Alara did that. Alara is feeling this way over I'm gonna do this, I'm feeling this way. Let me know if you feel the same. I've just made myself a strawberry banana protein smoothie, so I'm gonna drink this up. I do need to go get my nails done. I don't know if you guys can see, but they are very overgrown. A part of me does want to go like full throttle into autumn and get like an autumny sort of color. But at the same time, because it's close to being Easter, I feel like Easter is very much like pastel sort of colors, and I should probably make the most of Easter end of summer, although summer has ended, but it's still pretty hot. But I should make the most of like that last bit of sunshine in summer before it gets really cold. So I think I'm gonna choose like a pastel purple / pastel pink sort of color. I am gonna walk to the nail salon. It's like a 20-minute walk, and I think I might listen to the audiobook while I walk there, just because I'm really enjoying the story. And I've heard the audiobook is really good as well. So I'm gonna chuck it on, go get my nails done, and then I will come back once I have some more reading updates for you guys. Good morning everyone. I need to be quite quiet because my husband is still sleeping, but I am now on chapter 44 of Heavenly Bodies, which is about like page 319, and I'm really enjoying it. I really am. It's so good. It's so fast paced. I don't feel a huge emotional connection between Enzo and Alara. I don't know why. Like, I do, but I also don't at the same time. I'm not sure if like that's just a me thing. I don't feel like overly emotionally connected to our characters, but I'm loving the story and I'm loving the setting. I'm really enjoying the writing. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys can hear that. You guys, it is so rainy and like gloomy and moody outside today. Like, it is the perfect reading weather. I'm in such a cozy mood. I just put the candles on. I've got my cozy sweater on. We are just about to make a coffee. So far the book is feeling like a 4.25 to a 4.5 for me, which is a fantastic rating. I think the only thing that would take it up to like a 5-star is for me to feel more emotionally connected to our characters, which I just unfortunately don't. But that's okay. It doesn't mean I'm not loving the story, because I absolutely am. It's so good and I definitely highly recommend. And look, there's still like 40% more to go, so we will see what happens. But first, let's make some coffee.
It's been a long time, but I remember it well. Just like the photo we keep on the shelf. Oh, we were young. Oh, we were young. Now 10.
You guys, something crazy just happened. It wasn't like a plot twist, but it was like a reveal. I did not see that one coming. I did not see that coming. So I'm now up to chapter 53. I've only got like a tiny bit more to go. The good news is that I do feel a lot more emotionally connected to Enzo and Alara. Like, I love their romance. I like them both as characters, and I really enjoy like the banter and the sort of like tension between them. It's funny because the reason that I'm enjoying this book so much is the same reason why I might actually critique it. And it's just because it's so fast paced and it goes from scene to scene. Because it does that, it's very fun and bingeable to read and it keeps you on your toes. Also because of that, I do feel like the magic system in this book is fairly underdeveloped, and like there's not a lot of explanations as to why things are happening, they just happen, if that makes sense. This is this girl's first ever book. This is her debut novel, which is crazy because I honestly think this is so good for a debut novel. Like the writing, the characters, I love again just how unique her perspective is on fantasy romance in terms of like the world. Like I love the celestial aspect of this book. It's just so cool. But the actual storyline and like the actual plot of the book, and like I said, the dynamics between characters, it does feel very similar to other fantasy romances. Like it's kind of like I can predict certain things, if that makes sense. I would say definitely feeling actually more like a 4-star, maybe a 4.25 star. Yeah, 4.25 star, which is a super good rating. That means I really enjoyed the book. There'll just be some things about it that I wish I could change. I am gonna go to the gym. I actually really wanted to go like on a nice walk, but it is so rainy today, so I might just go to the gym and like walk on the treadmill for like an hour, like an incline walk, because I really want to move my body and just walk. So I'm gonna take my little Kindle with me and hopefully finish the book while I'm there. Do you think I could finish it in 1 hour? Surely. Yeah, I think so. Good morning everyone. I just woke up and made myself a cup of coffee. So I did start a new book yesterday. I started Love and Virtue by Diana Reid, and I'd never actually heard of this book before, but when I was in Perth, Australia, November last year, I picked this book up in like this independent bookshop, and I saw that it won many prizes, and I was wanting to read a book by an Australian author because I was in Australia. I was like, you know what, that'll just be more fun. And this is a literary fiction. And even though I'd never heard of it before, after I picked it up and I think I was speaking about it to Jamie, my phone must have heard me because it started serving me content like, oh, if you love Sally Rooney's writing, you will absolutely love this book. And luckily for me, I love Sally Rooney's writing. I know it's not for everyone, but I really enjoy it. So this book is essentially about two girls that go off to university, and they're very different. So it says, Michaela and Eve are two bright, bold women who befriend each other first year at college, where they live in adjacent rooms. They could not be more different. One assured and popular, the other uncertain and eager to please. But something happens one night in a week, a drunken encounter, a foggy memory that will force them to confront the realities of consent and wrestle with the dynamics of power. It says they were initially bonded by their wit, but Michaela and Eve soon discover how fragile friendship is and how capable of betrayal they both are. I am 63 pages into this book, and I don't know if you guys can see, but I have been tabbing it because I think the writing is so good. So good. Like the way I am so engaged and invested when reading the story, it's not even funny. I really love being in the main girl's point of view. She's very... I don't know how to sort of explain her like mindset. I find her quite eccentric, but also she's very introverted. Like she's a natural introvert, and you can tell. And she's struggling in her first year of university because she's got this big group of friends. They all drink each weekend, actually each night. And she's just struggling because she's like, I have all these people around me, but I still feel so lonely because this is just all such shallow friendships. And I think she's just really struggling with that fact. Like, you know, when you're young, like 18, 19, 20, and you've got like a big friend group, and it's all just because you guys drink together. I don't know what it's like. I'm sure it's like this in a lot of like Western countries and also just like more countries, but at least in New Zealand and obviously Australia, it's just like that. Like you just have this big group of friends when you're really young and you're always drinking together, etc., etc. But it's all like you don't actually really have them as your friends. You guys just drink together. You know what I mean? And I think she's just really struggling with that idea at the minute. She also takes a philosophy class, and in the class there's really interesting discussions on philosophy and virtues and morals, and I'm just having such a good time with this book. Such a good time. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, read my book, annotate it, and yeah.
I'm not afraid of losing what I've found. If all the fallen pieces hit the ground, I see it in your eyes, my lover and my bride. Our love's a steady tide. A story speaks and silences my doubt. The wind may blow, but he's built this house. Your voice so soft and strong, my husband all alone. Our love's a steady song. And I lay down everything, every part of me. I'm yours.